What is up, collector crew? Shiny Collector here. If you've been watching my content for a while, you might remember my Entralink videos where I shiny hunt for remnant Pokemon from the Dream World, which shut down in 2014, which is now over a decade ago. The second time I hunted these, I found Pokemon left over on a used black version. This gave me the idea to buy Gen 5 games in bulk to check them for any Dream World refugees. So, I bought 5 copies of black and 5 copies of white from Japan. I chose these specifically for 2 reasons. One being that, because they're the oldest Gen 5 games could possibly be, they existed alongside the Dream World for longest. So, I figured they'd have good odds to have some leftover Pokemon. And 2, they're the cheapest. All 10 of these games came out to about $150, roughly the price of one English Black 2 or White 2 copy. After I ordered them on eBay, I waited so impatiently for all my games to come in so that I could explore the saves. Now, let's see how that went. Alright, so we're here ready to check all of my black and white versions that came in the mail, all 10 of them. I don't really have much rhyme or reason for how I'm going to check these, so I kind of just threw them in a little holder here, and I'm going to pull them at random. So the first one I grabbed here was white version. Let's go ahead and check the file. And that's nothing, so I guess that's a quick check at least, but that's alright. That's why I bought in bulk. We have 9 more to go, and looks like we got a black version for this one. Kind of a bummer. I wonder why they wiped the file, because they had to have done that intentionally. But oh well. On to the next. Again, we've got 9 more, and let's go ahead and get started with this first black version. There we go. Okay. It looks like, I think that says 1 badge, 13 hours. That's a lot of hours to have 1 badge. I don't know if I read that right. Let me see. We're going to explore a couple of things on here, actually. First, I think that we can check when they started the journey. Item number 53487. I feel like it's always fun to check those. March 29th, 2016. So probably not entering Pokemon unless they had the date set wrong. Which I suppose is possible. It looks like they have no mystery event, man. I know we're mostly here for Entralink. But yeah, I do want to check the save files and just kind of see what's on them. Yeah, it looks like this person was just new on their journey, played the game a little bit, and decided it wasn't for them. Well, we'll go ahead and skip checking the Entralink on that one. It looks like they weren't too big of a Pokemon fan, didn't do too much on that save. But on to the next. Let's go ahead and check. We have white version here. Really? I get excited. I'll get excited if there's 8 badges on there. 4 badges, okay. That's something. Let's go ahead and check the party. A Marshtomp is interesting. War Turtle? Okay, are those interesting IDs? 40791 on each of them, because those all shared an ID. Let's go ahead and check boxes. Oh, organized by type. That's kind of neat. They have a lot of the starters. They were looking to fill up the starters, it looks like. Oh yeah, they got, I think, all the grass starters there. Alright, well, on to the real fun part. Let's go check the Entralink. I feel like this one has a little bit better of a chance. In case you don't know how to get there, by the way, if you want to check your games, you press the wireless button on the bottom screen, and then the green button, which takes you to the Entralink Forest. And this is... okay, cool. So, he didn't talk to us. They have been to the Entralink Forest, at least. And no Pokemon here. The only other thing worth checking is all the way in the back room, there might be an event Pokemon. I know for sure there was an event Arceus. I did that one way back in the day. But I don't know if there are ever any other event Pokemon. But anyways, it looks like no Pokemon there. And now, grabbed another black. Okay, there we go. 8 badges. 53 hours, that's a good amount. I'm liking this a lot better already. Alright, we're going to check the trainer card. Since this definitely is a completed file, I want to see when they started their journey. 41625, interesting ID. Started July 23rd, 2011. So this one definitely, this save existed at the same time as the Entralink at least. Ooh, okay. Cherish Ball, that's an event Zekrom. That's a really good sign. They at least did events. Let me actually check the Pokemon here. Oh, that's some really interesting Pokemon. 71, 61, and a Cherish Ball. I'll check that later to see if that's an event. It looks like they have an Absol, a Flygon, all different IDs. It looks like they had... Yeah, that's an event, Meloetta. Flygon doesn't have Fly. Do you get Fly? Do you get... Volcarona can fly? Like, I know he's got those wings, but I didn't know he could fly. He's built like a bee. You wouldn't think those wings could do what they do, but he can still fly. Into the Pokemon Center. There is a delivery guy. This person did events, which means they likely did some Wi-Fi stuff. This is looking like a lot more of a promising save. I'm actually getting really excited. Gonna have some fun exploring these boxes real quick. Interesting. Oh, a shiny Swablu. Is that found from this save? I think it is. 56643. I don't remember if that was this ID or not, but that's a shiny Swablu. We're saving it. He's living. That's really cool, though. We have a refugee Swablu. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's in that egg, too. Especially because there is only one. A lot of times when I find eggs on a used save, there's a couple of things. Just seeing the one was interesting. Okay, it looks like he only had one event Pokemon. A Keldeo! They had a Keldeo event just sitting there. From 2012. So fingers crossed, this is the first really promising game. Again, the fact they had Wi-Fi events, or at least had events, means they likely connected to Wi-Fi. I feel like it's a good omen there. Alright, the tree's not grown, so maybe not. Doesn't seem like they've been here too often, but no, nothing here. But again, there could be that event Pokemon all the way in the back. They did events. I didn't see an Arceus, so if they had one, they wouldn't have caught it. And no Arceus. Dang, what a bummer. Alright, no problem. We'll go hatch this egg, though. I want to see what that is. And, at the least, we've saved a couple of older events, and we've got our shiny Swablu that we're saving here. There it is. Okay. So let's see what they had in the egg. My guess... I feel like a starter Pokemon. I feel like it's going to be a starter Pokemon. Archon. Interesting. Okay. Not what I would have expected. A lot of cool things on that file. Unfortunately, no Entralink Pokemon. But that's okay. Again, we still have 6 more games, which is a lot more. Grab the next one. It looks like we're breaking the pattern and going back-to-back black. Even if they don't have Entralink Pokemon, it's still fun to explore them. 8 badges, not a whole lot of hours. Not super promising, not super unpromising. Oh, maybe they didn't beat the Elite Four? They got to the route and were a little intimidated. Let me check the trainer card. September 9th, 2020. This is a recent save. Interesting team, though. A Lucario? Kyogre? Entei? Gengar? Charizard? Tranquil? I think that's Tranquil. Yeah, they haven't done too much in this save. It looks like they haven't beaten the Elite Four yet, but they did get 8 badges. How are you going to get so close and quit right at Victory Road? Literally, victory was within reach. Alright, no event Pokemon. Again, I mean, likely that there's not Entralink, just based off the fact that the save was made in 2020, but looks like they got Pokerus. Yeah, we'll go ahead and check the Entralink on this one. Again, fingers crossed. Not really banking too much on this one, but I wouldn't rule it out. I am glad that we haven't had any of them where the first time you enter the Entralink, that old man right there will, stop you, talk to you about it a little bit. So it is promising that none of them have had that at least, but okay. Looks like nothing here. Oh well. We're halfway through the games. Pokemon White version this time. We have how many badges? 1! No! Oh, brutal. Honestly, I think that this one we can go ahead and skip checking the Entralink too. It doesn't look like they played this one really much at all. Yeah, just a couple of very basic Pokemon here. I think it's safe to say that that one does not have any Entralink Pokemon. But on to the next. Back to another black. And I think this is our 7th game in total now. And our 4th Black version. Fingers crossed. 8 badges. Lots of save time. 22 hours, okay. Not terrible. 8 badges is good. Also at the Elite Four, they couldn't handle it. Let me check the trainer card. 2015. So it's also a little bit after the Entralink would have shut down. Let me go ahead and check in the boxes for anything. There might be some fun stuff there. Yeah, and I doubt there's anything in the rest of these boxes here. There are 8 badges. It doesn't look like they did many events, if any. But I'll go ahead and check the Entralink to be safe. Oh! And there it is. I think I jinxed myself on the last one. And nothing. Alright, we're getting down to the final few here. Okay, I will actually... I'm gonna grab white version intentionally on this one. Just so that we can have the last two alternate at least. 8 badges. Old save. 8 badges. 40 hours. Let's check the save create. 2020. Alright, do we have an escape rope? No escape rope. Alright, well, wish me luck finding my way out of here. Encounter. Normal Durant. Is this Victory Road? This might be Victory Road. What's up with everybody leaving off in Victory Road? Is this... This is right at the start of Victory Road. Why do they get 8 badges and quit? You're so close. Oh man, how do I get out of here? There we go. That was ahead of its time. Man, I really haven't played these games in too long. This is crazy, actually. The graphics for a top-down Pokemon game on this are actually insane. I really have been sleeping on Gen 5. Like, don't get me wrong, I've never been a Gen 5 hater, but I've definitely underestimated them. And let's check it out. No events. Time for the big reveal. Entralink. Again, I don't think there's anything here. It looks like they didn't really have any events. The save is a little bit too new. But we'll check it out. And real bad sign there. Nope. Alright. 2 more to go. Black for this one. Okay. 8 badges. 31 hours. Don't be at Victory Road. Tell me you beat the game. No event Pokemon. Not at Victory Road. Ooh. Purple trainer card. 2015. Not a good sign. Again, Dreamworld shut down in 2014. Ooh, lots of Larvitar. Axew. If I had to guess, this egg is either a Larvitar or an Axew. We'll go ahead and we'll put it with us. Oh, another egg. And you know what? I'm going to take that Larvesta with me too, because I think that there's a good chance you have Flame Body. You can find Kangaskhan in Gen 5? I didn't know that. That might be post-game then, which means they beat the Elite Four at least. That's a good change of pace. But let's go ahead. We'll check out the Entralink. I'll hatch these eggs, and then we'll move on to the last game. Okay, yeah, they're definitely in post-game. Awesome. They at least beat the Elite Four this time. Nothing again. Dang. Okay. Well, maybe the eggs have something cool. Beldum? Okay, I was thinking Axew or Larvitar. That's the wrong pseudo. That caught me off guard. Okay. They're just throwing me curveballs. They're just keeping me guessing. Beldum. Gothita. One more game to check. Pokemon White version. Fingers crossed. I really hope it clutches it up. Even if not an Entralink, just something cool on the last save. Alright, fingers crossed. 8 badges. 100 hours. 8 badges. 159 hours. Okay. Honestly, yeah, really promising on the last one. No event guy, that's alright. The purple ID goes crazy. 2011. No shot. That's in English. Anyways, let's check the boxes. Nothing? Okay. Dude, the box too! What's going on? Why? It's so dumb, I love it. Oh my god. Anyways. Let's go ahead and check out. Let's go ahead and check out the entry link. See if there's anything in there. It doesn't look like they did events, but honestly, at the end, at least ending on a laugh is really, really funny. Nothing here. So again, the only other room it might be in is all the way in the back. Okay, nothing there. Well, at least we can save Swablu and a couple event Pokemon. There it is. The one shiny that I got out of this. The $150 shiny Swablu. And you know what? It was worth every penny to rescue him. Normal Deerling, shiny Swablu. We're gonna throw it out one more time. Normal Carablast, I think. I forget its name, but I think that's it. And shiny Swablu. So worth it. Now I wonder what I'm going to do with all of these black and whites. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, keep it calm, cool, and collected.